Hey guys, what's up? So today we have the iQOO Z3 5G with us and we'll be unboxing it and taking a first look at the device. The phone is launched in India starting with a price tag of 19,990 or 20,000 rupees for the 6GB 128GB ROM variant and comes with the Snapdragon 768 5G CPU along with a 64 megapixel triple camera setup and a 120Hz display. So without further ado, let's jump right to the unboxing experience. The box has this iQOO branding right on the top while iQOO Z3 5G is written on the sides. On the back we have the typical information that you would find on other devices, but we can also see the 5G bands, and unfortunately the phone only has two 5G bands, N77 and N78, so a bit disappointing. Anyway, let's crack open the box to see what we get inside. After finally getting rid of the plastic on the box, we can cut through the seal and the first thing inside the box is another box that holds the accessories. We get the USB Type-C cable that has 55 watts written onto it. We also get a SIM ejector tool and some paperwork which we will keep aside. Next is the clear TPU case for the phone which has got a pattern on the inside. We'll see how it looks on the phone in a bit. Finally, we have the phone itself, and I've got this cyber blue color that kind of shifts between blue and pink, and I think it looks good. The fingerprint sensor is on the side which also doubles up as the power button. Above that is the volume rocker. The phone is completely made out of plastic and you don't get a premium feeling while holding it in your hands like the Redmi Note 10 Pro series, but it does feel well built. Also, the back has some sort of coating on top and is not completely glossy, although it still catches some fingerprints. Let me switch on the phone, and while it is switching on, let's apply the case and see how it feels. So as you can see, the case fits snugly and it does offer some protection to the phone. Even the camera bump sits flush with the case, so it won't rattle on the table, at least with the case on. There's also one last thing inside the box, and that's the charger, and it's massive. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's almost half the size of the phone itself. Surprisingly, it's a 66 watt charger even though the phone only supports 55 watts. So that's nice if you have other phones from Vivo or iQOO family. Then you may only carry one charger and be able to charge all your devices. Let me just put everything back in the box and we'll have a closer look at the phone itself. It actually feels light to hold. You don't really feel like you're holding anything unusually heavy in your hands, and it's also quite comfortable. You can easily reach the power button, aka the fingerprint sensor, and the volume rockers. Now let me just set up this device and I'll see you after that. So I've now set up the device and used it for almost 2 days, and I can give you my first impressions now. So as you can see, we have a 6.58 inches 1080p IPS LCD on the front that also supports HDR10 and 120Hz. Although I would have loved to see an AMOLED panel at this price point, provided the Redmi Note 10 Pro comes with an AMOLED panel and is cheaper as well. But I don't have any complaints regarding the LCD panel. What I do wish for is more brightness. The phone has a max brightness of 361 nits, and that's fine indoors, but may be a problem in direct sunlight. Also, the teardrop notch doesn't belong to a 20,000 rupee phone in 2021. Even the chin is not the slimmest that I have seen. The phone runs FunTouch UI 11.1, which is closer to stock Android as compared to previous iterations of the OS, but I'm not really happy with the experience here. It comes with a lot of bloatware. For example, the lock screen comes with this poster feature that promotes stories on the lock screen, and there was no mention of it during the setup process. You can disable it, but then again, I did not sign up for it in the first place, so why should I have to bother? Also, though you get Google Chrome pre-installed, the homepage has been set up to open Vivo's homepage that again displays and promotes stories. Apart from this, almost every app that you will open would ask for permissions to collect your private information and keep it stored for 3 years. They may also store it outside of India, so that is something that I did not like. Now, though the phone comes with a lot of pre-installed apps, you can thankfully uninstall them. There's also the Google feed which you can access by swiping to the left of the home screen. Other than this, the phone feels smooth to operate and there are no stutters or hiccups. It supports 120Hz and by default it was set to smart switch, but I forced it to 120Hz and even then I'm not noticing any lags. I think that's also due to the fact that it has got the Snapdragon 768 5G CPU under the hood, which is more than capable to handle 120Hz. I have the 6GB RAM variant with me that comes with a 128GB UFS 2.2 storage. iQOO claims that the RAM can be expanded by 1GB on the 6GB variant, whereas by 3GB on the 8GB variant by using the ROM. It's basically using that fast UFS 2.2 storage to store some of the applications on the ROM if needed instead of the RAM. It also gives the Adreno 620 GPU, which is again overclocked to 755 MHz, and playing games on this phone shouldn't be a problem. iQOO also claims that the phone has 5 layers of liquid cooling system, so that should help with the throttling as well. I don't really play a lot of games, but I did try my hands on Asphalt 9 on the phone and it worked just fine. I'll be testing the performance of the phone thoroughly, so stay tuned for the full review. Now talking about the cameras, and we have 3 on the back with the main 64MP Samsung GW3 sensor that comes with an f1.8 aperture and can record 4K at 60fps, which is nice and better than a lot of phones at this price point. You also get an 8MP ultra-wide camera and a 2MP macro camera that honestly shouldn't have been here. I have clicked a few samples from the phone and you can have a look. I think the primary camera does capture some good looking shots, but the colors are a little bit more saturated than reality, but not to the point that it feels overdone. The ultra-wide camera is just like any other 8MP ultra-wide in this price segment. It does capture the scene well and even the colors are okay, but the details are missing. I did actually record a 1080p ultra stabilized video from the phone, but as you can see, the results aren't that great. Even while walking, the phone has some movement creeping in. iQOO has given the phone a 4400 mAh battery, and even on 120Hz it has given me more than 6 hours of screen on time with Wi-Fi on all the time. It feels good for a single day of use, however I'll have to test it with 4G to give you a better picture because 4G generally consumes more battery. So that's it for this video. I feel like the performance is one area where the iQOO Z3 5G would really shine. So if you're looking for a great performer in this price segment, then it may be the right choice for you, but then again wait for the full review before taking a decision. Also, do let me know if you have any questions about this particular device that you would want me to answer in the full review in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this and smash the like button if you like this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye and stay safe.